Today's request comes from Skyyler Kingery, and they asked me to count down my top 5 Ultraman Kaiju. Now before we dive into this, I need to throw out a quick disclaimer. I am very unfamiliar with a lot of the Ultraman Kaiju out there. I'm not a lore master or super knowledgeable in the inner details of each Kaiju's story, abilities, or their roles in the shows. This list is purely based on my personal impressions, what I remember, and what just sticks with me. So if your favorite isn't on here, or you think my reasons are a bit off, that's totally fair. This is just my take. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into it, kicking off my list at number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have Mefilas. This guy has a really interesting design. I just find him visually captivating. From what I remember, he always seemed to be pretty good at making evil plans, which makes for a more engaging villain than just a big brawler. I also distinctly remember Mefilas being super intimidating in the earlier series, but then, as the modern series aired, he seemed to get progressively sillier, like they softened him up a bit, which is a bit of a bummer, but still, he's got that classic appeal. At number 4, we got Ace Killer. Oh man, I absolutely love the design of this kaiju, or alien, whatever he is. It's just so cool and sleek. He seemed to have given the Ultramen a lot of trouble, which always makes for a good bad guy. You want them to be a challenge, right? And for me, a big reason he's on this list is because he was always such a hard fight in the Fighting Evolution video games. If you've played those, you know what I mean. He was a real test of skill. Sliding into the number 3 spot is the absolute classic Gamora. You can't have an Ultraman Kaiju list without Gamora. His design is just so simple, yet it's incredibly iconic. You just see Gamora and you immediately know who it is. He is incredibly popular because of his consistent appearances over the years. It feels like every new Ultraman series or movie has a Gamora in some form, and honestly, I'm not complaining. He's a reliable, awesome kaiju. And for my number 2 pick is another very classic kaiju, the one and only Baltan. Baltan is just legendary. His laugh is just hilarious, yet totally unnerving at the same time. It's just such a unique sound. Just like Gamora, Baltan has made tons of appearances due to his massive popularity. He's just one of those villains that perfectly encapsulates the Ultraman universe, and you can't help but appreciate his longevity. Alright, drumroll please. My number 1 Ultraman Kaiju, or alien, at the top of my personal list is none other than Belial, or Belial. For me, Belial is hands down the best villain ever for Ultraman. His design is just so iconic and absolutely awesome. He looks menacing, powerful, and truly evil. His appearances in the movies, specials, and especially in the Ultraman Geed show, it was just so memorable. He had a real presence, a compelling story, and he just felt like a massive threat every time he was on screen. Belial is just peak Ultraman villainy in my book. So there you have it, my personal top 5 Ultraman Kaiju. Thanks to Skyyler Kingery for their video request. I had a blast putting this together, even with my limited knowledge of the Ultraman universe. So what do you think of my list? Did I miss any of your favorites? Let me know down in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, stay big, G fans.